So let's take a mind into the God. I saw a very interesting video of Brett King that says God, doesn't have to be good. It could be the nicest, it could be the evilest. So let's see if we can analyze the issue. Do you guys think if there's a God out there and something just goes bonkers, I don't know, if 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 people keep on killing, God just says, oh, I'm so angry, I'm gonna send a hurricane, I'm a tornado. Do you guys really think that? Or I know if you're the religious side, oh, it's the fall of man, that we're all, because of all sin, the whole world's gone to hell. So the whole world's gone to hell forever? Until you die to go to another personal paradise? So that's how your God plays the game? I also talked to somebody else that said, if a God existed, what kind of personality would he have? I had a response that said it didn't have to have any personality. Well, if it didn't have to have any personality, it could just create chaos. But the problem with all this is all explained by science, We know the cosmos is the way it is chaos. We know why there's earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis. And we know the prophecies have failed and the raptures have failed and Jesus never has come. He never will come. Because I'll be like David Silverman. I'm going to say, just get it out there. There is no God. Bam. Because, I think we have to let go of the mythology and the superstition. Come on. The prophecies have failed. The raptures have failed. Jesus has never come back. And by the way, about the blood moon, where the world was supposed to end, was I scared? Absolutely not. Because if there was a God existed, all the prophecies would have been fulfilled, all the raptures would have been fulfilled. And by the way, speaking of the blood moon, I witnessed it. Not only did I witness it, I saw video of it as it happened. That's right, folks. I saw video of people talking, a video as it happened. They told me to look at the sky. They even told me the way it would turn. They even told me when the eclipse would happen, how the clouds was. Everything very specific. And it was amazing. It wasn't mind-blowing like a supernova. Obviously, that would be mind-blowing to see. But it was pretty cool. And they nailed it. Everything exactly. They nailed the color of the moon, when it would take place, the exact time. So, you don't have to worship science, but if you want to know about our reality, whether we live in a real reality or matrix, science is the only answer that's going to help us and thrive us. And it is our savior, because we can get rid of disease one day, and viruses, and this is not myth. It's something called biotechnology, nanotechnology. In fact, right now, we've actually designed vaccines for AIDS to kill the disease. We've devised vaccines that the host can kill the cancer. So, we've also did transplants of brains, augmented limbs, and one day we can transfer consciousness into a computer. And we found out when we die, consciousness still remains. Now that's interesting, because you would think that would be kind of like a religious aspect. Oh, there's got to be an afterlife. But when I actually told that something to a religious person, they were shocked. That's right, a religious person was shocked when I said, when you die, consciousness still remains. I wonder why he was shocked, because they kind of believe in the afterlife. But the thing is, as cool as an afterlife would be, your brain is detached, you're dead, all your nerves are gone, but the thing that remains is your consciousness. I'm not saying we're computers or machines, but I think we are computer-like in somewhat. We're not a robot, but we are computer-like in somewhat. Because think about it, you die, your consciousness still remains. It's like your whole body goes into safe mode. You're 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 totally dead, but your brain, and if we could attach the body to that, or upload the consciousness to the computer and retouch the body, that'll be the first resurrection, folks. Yeah. That's the first person coming back to life. I'm not bullshitting. Like I said, science is our savior, and technology. You know? Not only that, we already have somebody developing immortality from animals. The fountain of youth. Like I said, it would be really cool if a God existed. I think it would be amazing. Whether good or bad, at least something, we could see it. Be fucking amazing. It'll be even more amazing than aliens and UFOs. Second would be aliens. Because when we're talking about a God, hell, we're talking about the top of the top, right? I mean, the king. We are talking about the whole enchilada. And unfortunately, gods will never appear. And think about it. So people say God is in the multiverse. Okay. So what is God doing in the multiverse? I mean, we know how natural disasters occur. You know, we know what's going on in space and the cosmos. What is God doing in the multiverse? What is he just chilling, smoking blunts, and gonna bowl with Satan? You know? Well, because God created Satan, so I guess why wouldn't they be buds, right? I mean, Yahweh Sabbath is a war god, based off of Aries, believe it or not. So I have to put my foot right here and my stand to say there is no God. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that there is a God. We've gotten to the point where so much has been explained already. Just be like David Silverman says, there is no God. And I'm just saying right now, there is no God. Not even the supernatural. I tried the supernatural, folks. I tried. I try hard, man. I did everything it says. Nothing. Maybe in another universe. But, so yeah. You know, I mean, I want anything, even whether it's good or bad. I want the supernatural to happen. You know, I saw, I saw an amazing video. I showed it to my friend. It was really, really great crafted. It wasn't like movie supernatural. I mean, whoever made this made it really convincing. And then his answer was, well, if this happened like in the 50s, yeah, I could understand. But now with all the technology, that's a good point. How could you tell if the supernatural is real or faked? People say UFOs and aliens are in the sky, and it turns out it's drones. You know those drones? Those really cool looking drones are big. They put nice flashy lights around it. They come in all design shapes. That was a UFO. It looked amazing. That was a UFO. And the UFOs are planes. That's what Area 51 is. There's no aliens. Somebody came out. It was just top secret planes. That was top secret planes. That's what it was. Just like that top secret plane that passed to the California, Los Angeles. People thought it was an alien UFO. Or that deer fetus that somebody looked. It was a fetus. Well, the deer wasn't fully had a baby. Looked like an alien. Looked freaky. Disgusting. That wasn't an alien either. And that fungus that looked was an egg. Don't get me wrong. Could have been something like looked like an alien movie. That was natural. We're still discovering unknown stuff. We discovered the shark that glows in the dark. It glows in the dark. The freaking shark glows in the dark. It's stealth. You can't see it. So unless you're in the water, that glows in your lunch food. We keep on discovering bizarre animals, bizarre traits. We found a worm that impregnates itself. It sticks its own semen to its head to reproduce. I don't know if I get this out. We live in a weird world. And here's a really easy explanation of how no God could be. We live in a universe of different universes They have similar laws and different laws and forces. We just happen to be in one. That has also life in it. And that dark matter, dark disk, that distinguished from the dinosaurs, is why we exist. So hold tight, folks. Strap on your seatbelts. It's about to get really interesting. So nanotechnology is our savior. We know the hopes are going to come from the gods. And just think about it. Thousands of years from now, what we believe, or the people that believes in the gods, where we can travel through a cosmos with augmented minds to an infinite cosmos, upload our consciousness, that barbarian religions and belief in gods will be non-existent, outdated. So, hopefully, it doesn't take 1,000 years for religion to die. But think about it. Think about way into the future. That's how science, technology is. We always advance into the future. You know. So, like I said, I wish there was the supernatural existed. I wish there was a God, whether good or bad. Some kind of evidence would be fucking awesome. And of course, aliens would be awesome too. We might find those later on. And we plan to build a warp drive, so one day we could cruise the cosmos. Alpha Centauri, we could get there, and they think there might be aliens there in 2 weeks with a warp drive. So hold on tight, folks. The technology and science is crazy. We could print freaking food and eat it. We don't have to cook. We could just print food in a printer. I mean, we are in the future. We are in the early stages of biotechnology and nanotechnology. And once we have robots to heal our whole body from any disease or virus, which will sound creepy to have little robots, but if you think about it, inside your body is bacteria that is actually trying to kill you. So if you have something that can prevent that, and just you have a whole alarm system for your body, and you can never get sick, have any virus or disease, because those suckers are repairing your body anytime like that. Like if a God was to exist, if existed, right? With all that power. Boom. That's amazing. So yeah, immortality, resurrecting, the real resurrection of bringing our people back, everybody, the whole humans back to life in the future. Immortality, and people said don't play God. Well, there is no God, so there's no unethical ethical. We can be gods if we want, because there is no gods. I mean, we are going to be the gods. We are the gods. We are the ones to make the world a better place. That's the technology. I would, like I said, I would love to see it. I told my friend, if there was like angels fighting in the air, I would capture that sucker on my phone, record that, and post it on YouTube in a flash. That would be fucking amazing. But we don't live in a supernatural world. Maybe, but I don't think a supernatural universe would even be possible, because that would just, if the supernatural universe is not here, and God's is not existent, there's no reason for him to be in another universe doing nothing, because we know how everything is explained by science in the cosmos, freaking pretty much everything. There's no need for a God to exist, not even in the multiverse. Even if there was to be a God, which would be ludicrous to believe, because what's he doing? There's no point. He's not doing anything. And if he's not doing anything, he's non-existent. And and not only that, he's not existent. There's no reason for him to do anything, and there's no reason to have him, because we are explaining everything, like Sean Carroll and Lawrence Krauss says, through science, universe from nothing. You have to understand science. Yes, nothing produces something. You have to understand it. That's why it's science. That's why it's very hard to explain. You have to study this. You have to listen to the real scientists.